Hi, you guys, and welcome to my channel. Sorry, I'm trying to get this light situation together. All right, I think that's a little bit better. I just don't want it in the shot. I hope everybody is doing good. If you guys are new, I'm Raquel. This is my channel, Intuitive Envisions 1111. So welcome. If you guys find that this resonates for you, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody could hit the like button, I truly appreciate it. Hi, Phoebe. Comment below if you like to. While I'm shuffling the cards here, for those of you guys that are interested in finding out your 2026 forecast for all areas of life, love, home, work, career, future, personal, I have a new reading on my site available, so check that out in the bio. There's also other readings, so if you're interested in different types of as well, that'll be there. If you want to follow me on my other social media accounts, I do post other content there, so if you want to check that out, that is also listed below. And everything that you need to know will be listed below the video description where it says more, and that will be including all the oracle cards and tarot cards I use here. The ones that are mine should be tagged in the live. If not, they will be listed down below. And the other decks that I'm using here that are not mine, they will also be listed below, but after the live, okay? Hey. I'm just trying to make sure I say your name. Is that Giselle? Yes. How are you? You are welcome. All right. So this reading is going to be about the good stuff that's coming in for you this week. So it could be multiple things, or they could all be tied in. So just take it how it resonates or applies for you. And if you hear me say he or she when I talk about the masculine or the feminine, I'm just talking about energies. So that, just take it how it applies, okay? But that's just how I do the reading. If you want a personal while I'm on the live, I do have it pinned in the comments there. So just let me know once you send it and, how you sent it. And so I can verify it on my other phone and then get your personal. Okay, so that is how you can get personals. Otherwise, this will be a collective reading. Also, I'll be going on TikTok after this, so shortly after. And so if you want to follow me over there, those links and stuff will be listed below. Okay, so let's just see. Let's just pull like 3 cards as the main energy. This is called the energy oracle cards. And like I said, it could be all related or they could be separate things. So I'll read them as such. So let's get 3 cards for the collective, for the good stuff that's coming towards them this week. And then why is it good? What it has to do with. All right. So we got woman holding a coin. All right. So some of you guys, it could be... if this is you, this will be like financial status. So it'll be like wealth, money, stability, commitment, or this could be someone that's coming towards you that has money and maybe they're going to offer you something. Gives me earth energy vibe. So it could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus giving you, but I do feel like it has to do with some type of money or value coming your way. All right, so 42 can be significant as well. Thank you. And then we have here 18, anxiety. All right. So I'm already getting with these 2 cards. So if you were going through some type of anxiety, it's kind of like you're going to be stabilizing your anxiety or be committed to dealing with your anxiety, or you've already done this, and this is going to kind of help you to stay grounded and maybe overcome something that has been causing you a lot of anxiety. This also could be somebody that's coming towards you. Maybe you stabilize and you help them with their anxiety over something. Maybe it has to do with their money, or something like that. Okay, let me move that back a little bit. All right, so what's the other one? All right, so we have broken heart. All right, so it could be somebody that, I don't know. All right, I'm getting a couple of things with a broken heart. Of course, it could be somebody that maybe broke your heart. Maybe you had anxiety that this person was going to cause you heartbreak, or this person was having anxiety over possibly causing you some type of heartbreak. What I'm getting is there was something that you had anxiety over regarding maybe some form of heartbreak. Maybe it had to do with health issues or something like that. It feels like whatever that is, that's being stabilized. It's being stabilized, having to do with this. Okay, so I'm going to go further into this as to why this is here. But there's something, an anxious energy surrounding like heartbreak or broken heart or separation. Maybe it had to do with money or stability, and maybe you were worried about that. Maybe you're going to start to feel a little bit, better and stable over that. So let's just see what this has to do with and why is it good. Okay, so let's just see. All right, this is my More Situations Oracle. This is also available in the bio. I did shuffle this, so I'm just going to do this one time, or it's tagged in the products. You're going through anxiety. Yeah. Well, you're definitely not alone, and I'm sorry you're going through that. So I don't know if that helps to comfort you, but hopefully it does let you know that, you're not going through that alone. It's a lot of people having anxiety about a lot of different things going on right now. It feels like a very high intense year for a lot of troubles and worries and just anxiousness in general. So it feels like with the energies that is trying to calm down, like it's trying to stabilize. So hopefully that will be in your cases too. All right, so what is this? Why is a woman holding a coin here? What is this regarding? So I know that I sound like I had some type of accent or kind of regarding. I don't know what that was. It felt like it came from somebody else. I don't know. Maybe it's a country person or something. I really don't know what that accent was. It just sounded weird coming out of my mouth. You going through it too? Yes. Me too, Phoebe. You're not alone. We all going through it. All right. So why is the woman holding a coin here for the good stuff coming towards you this week? Flip flop. Changing up on you. Okay. So it could be somebody that caused you a lot of anxiety and worry and stress over something or some type of heartbreak or separation of pain. And it looks like this person is going to like change up on you. Like they're going to change up their energy. So if they were doing this to you, they're going to like change it. Okay. They're not going to cause you so much anxiety and stress. Maybe it's something is getting worked out for them. And then it just kind of takes a lot off your shoulder. Maybe it was causing you some type of burden. Okay. But it looks like there's like some type of change here going on. There's a flip-flop kind of energy. So let me just see why this is good. This is called the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. I just wanted to make sure I had it the right way. I'm just reading this. All right. All right. So why is this good? For the woman holding a coin, this flip-flop changing up on you energy. Why is this good for the collective? I feel my eye already getting watery because of the I don't know. It's probably the lights. I'm sensitive to the light, apparently. All right. Ooh. Do I got these cards upside down? Oh, okay. I was going to be upset with myself. I was like, I have never flipped a card so many times upside down this year. All right. So judgment. All right. The reason why this is good is it's going to be good news. All right. So it either has to do with something that has to do with the past. Maybe it was a karmic person that caused you some type of anxiety, or somebody is reviewing something that caused you anxiety and heartbreak and separation. And maybe this is going to be, is some type of good news coming in, because we got judgment. So this is karmic energy. So I feel like it's something like that. Now, also, if somebody has been causing you a lot of stress and worry, maybe they've been like calling you, blowing up your phone and stuff, it feels like that's going to just, they're going to chill. They're not going to be so much in that anxious energy, as well. And this will help you too with your stress. So I'm just want to see what kind of good news is coming in with the judgment card. What's the good news? Seven of Cups. So either you're going to have choices, you're going to have options. Maybe it's something that you dreamt about, okay, maybe in the past, of how to maybe change up the energy. Maybe it's something that you did, and it's bringing about this good news, and it's helping you with your anxiety some type of way. But it has to do with some type of Seven of Cups energy. So what's the Seven of Cups? What's the Seven of Cups? Queen of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Okay, so it could be two people involved, or this could be you. But if it is somebody, it feels like you're going to have options of either your creative endeavors, things that you want, maybe even attracting things. So if you are heartbroken, having anxiety over something, maybe it was a relationship, or maybe it just had to do with creativity, and you kind of like went back through the past and tried to review how you could turn this situation around. Maybe you're going to get some type of good news that whatever choices that you made, it did change up some type of energy. It did make a magnificent type of change. As I'm hearing, I usually don't, I don't know where to magnificent. I'm getting all these words popping out my mouth, but it's good. I feel like you're also going to be in this energy. If this is you, you're just going to be attracting a lot of stuff. You're going to be taking action. Two things. You dealing with your anxiety. You dealing with all of these different type of stuff. Okay. I just want to get another card for why the Queen of Wands is here. This is called the Intuit Oracle. It'll be listed below after. I wish I could change like the background of the font. Let me hold this up just for a second, see if I can read it better that way. All right. On that, I'd hear the year hoping the best for this collective. Yes, exactly. It's kind of hard looking at the white font on my white background over here. Even though I did make it a little bit bigger, it's still hard. It's still hard for me. Maybe my eyes just get googly or something. I don't know. Googly moogly. Now I'm thinking of Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. I don't know if you guys know anything about that, but that's taking me way back, because that's reminding me of my kids, because they were watching Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. And I don't know where that came from. It's just some weird stuff popping up here today. A lot of stuff. Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. I forgot how the song went, but some of you guys might know. Thank you guys all for liking the live too as well. I really appreciate it. All right. What's the Queen of Wands here for? As to why this is good. Let me know. I'll keep pulling cards so I understand this. Yeah, see, I feel like this is you, because we have the loons here, and this talks about deeply committed. Manifest your deepest desires. Okay. So that is really what this is, because this is some type of dream or option that you took, a choice that you made, and you were deeply committed to doing this. And now this is going to help with your anxiety. It's something that you dealt with, like even if it caused you a lot of anxiety, scary, scary feelings and worry, this is working out in your favor. All right, so now let's see why the anxiety card is here. Now remember, these could be separate messages or they can all coincide together, okay? So let's just see why the anxiety card is here. Inconspicuous, wanting you to stay but being low key about it. Yeah, I feel like the anxiety is going to be on a low level. That's what I'm getting. All right. That's what I'm reading from this card. So it's just something that maybe you've been trying to be low key about, stuff you were worried about. Again, it could have had to do with your finances, or it could have had to do with heartbreak or health, or you maybe even a commitment, if somebody was going to change up on you in some type of way. Maybe it had to do with, like I said, family. But it feels like this is going to be a low key type of energy. All right. So let's see why this is good. Five of Cups. Sadness, disappointment. I feel like somebody could offer you an apology, okay? Or maybe if you were missing someone and you were just being, sorry, I'm gonna try to see if I can clear up my throat. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference. All right, maybe if you were missing someone, but you were being low key about it, and you just was having anxiety about this person, worried about them, maybe about if they were sad, if there was something going on with them, if they were changing up on you, like maybe feelings had changed. It doesn't even have to be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be a family member, because they've been low key and you've just been trying to keep that in check. It feels like maybe this person is going to give you a sign that, that's not the case at all. If this is not somebody offering an apology. Now, if this was you and you were just low key dealing with anxiety, sadness, feeling like you were going to miss out on something, like you just wasn't seeing these cups here standing, it feels like that level of disappointment, sadness, or inconspicuous type of energy where you're trying to just keep it together. It feels like that's the part that's going to change, the emotional energy. So maybe you've been, in your feelings a lot. Maybe you've been, crying a little bit more than you normally would, or a little bit more sad. That feels like that's going to change. All right. All right. So why is this good? Again, why is this good? For the collective. It has to do with your anxiety. It's something you're anxious about. Now, I also hear another message. It's because you have anxiety about something, you're acting upon it. So it's causing you to be deeply committed to make some type of change. And Spirit is kind of saying, if that is the case, this is why it's good, is because it's addressing whatever it is that you're afraid of to do, is causing you to be really in that woman holding a coin, that Queen of Wands, is causing you to be taking action, not just focusing just on your anxiety, but actually dealing with this. Now, this also could have to do with something that you had a dream about, you had anxiety about, and maybe you find out that that anxiety that you had is just not even true. Okay, it's not even true. Maybe you were worried about something because you had this dream, and then it gets past a certain point, and then you can feel relaxed that whatever you dreamed about didn't come true. I do get something about dreams here, dreams around a certain situation. So whatever this is, that means that is it's going to be good. Let me just read what you said. Low key energy. Yeah. He said, over him, no big deal. I think we all try to like, like if somebody hurts our feelings and stuff, I think we all be like, yeah, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm cool. Yeah, you do whatever. You kind of do that. Like it just depends on, I guess, your sign and, how you process emotions. I know me, I am not going to be the one that's just going to be like, especially if somebody like hurts my feelings in some type of way, I'm going to be like, nah, didn't hurt my feelings or whatever. And then sometimes, I might actually mean it, but then if it really, really did hurt my feelings, I'm gonna like, I'm gonna cry to myself. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm not gonna really let that person know. Because, I'm just not gonna even give them the satisfaction that they did that. I'm gonna come off as, that Queen of Wands energy. Like you just, I'm not even affected by it in any way, shape, or form. Fake it till you make it type of thing. If it's somebody that I care about, we have a close relationship with, I'll voice it, but my initial action may be acting like it's not even affected me. So I definitely get that. Okay. So I still need to know why your anxiety is going to be good. I really feel that's what they're saying, but I just want more as to why. Maybe it's somebody else's that's going to have anxiety and this is good. Okay, so maybe this is somebody that caused you anxiety and now they're going to have anxiety, and that's a good thing because now they're worried. Maybe they're concerned for you. Maybe they're concerned about what you're going to do or whatever the situation is. And so now maybe they pay a little bit more attention, or maybe they're like, hey, I'm sorry that I disappointed you in some type of way. And so maybe that's why the anxiety is good. Maybe they're the one that's having the dream. Okay. So again, why is the anxiety card good for the collective? All right. We have the bouquet card. So it says, this talks about happy. Yeah. I feel like it has to do with creativity. Now, some of you guys, you could reconcile with somebody that you have anxiety over, or you're just reconciling some form of heartbreak, either with a person or in your stability or your finances, because we have the bouquet here, and this talks about creativity. So I really feel like it is something like you're exploring your anxieties about things that you are not, even if you've done it before, you just stepping out of your comfort zone and you are addressing it and you're dealing with it. And I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to tell you, is that by you doing this is kind of how you change up the energy. It's just to kind of like embrace it and just take action against it so that you can try to fix it or deal with whatever it is that's causing you to have these nightmares and, losing sleep over. If this is you. Okay. So let's see what the heartbreak card is here for. All right. This is my situations oracle. It should be tagged in the live. If not, it'll be listed below. All right. Why is the broken heart card here for the good stuff? I do feel like it's separation anxiety. Why I'm hearing separation anxiety, but I feel like it's more of a separation of anxiety about your stability, your commitment, your value, your worth. That's what I'm also getting here, but it has to do because of something you did in the past, because the way that judgment card came up in the kind of like the first position, which I will, I put as like the past. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. What's this broken heart energy about? Verge, about to reveal, confess. All right. So some of you guys, you were heartbroken, maybe over somebody because you felt like they were on the verge. You felt like they were about to reveal something. You felt like they were going to confess, but they didn't. Instead, they kind of dealt with, maybe they dealt with their anxiety, okay? And this person disappointed you because they didn't really deal with it. Now, what I'm also getting to with the broken heart card here is that it's not going to be like on a verge. It feels like it's just something that's actually going to take place. So I just need to see why this is here. A verge, about to reveal, confess. I feel like maybe you were having anxiety about something that somebody was going to tell you, and it was causing you have like sleepless nights. And now all of a sudden this person is going to change up on you, and then it's going to be like a relief is what I'm getting. It's like some type of relief energy. All right. So what was this a verge, about to reveal, confess energy first, so I can see how this is good? Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. An offer, a step. Again, I got two apology cards here because we have the five of Cups and the Page of Cups. So apology cards, two of them. I feel like there's somebody here that might apologize to you about something. Maybe that caused you some type of anxiety. Maybe they caused you heartbreak. I feel like they wanted to confess something, okay? Maybe this person just didn't do it in the past and you were kind of like disappointed over it. But it had to do about, you know, confessing some first step or some type of offer. All right, so let me just see this Page of Cups. Could have been like, even had to do with your children or somebody younger than you or immature, or maybe somebody was immature on how they spoke something to you. And maybe it just you felt like a bit of heartbreak of how they kind of came off. And it did cause you some type of anxiety for some of you guys, okay? And disappointment. So I feel like this person is going to apologize for whatever they said to you, but maybe they first didn't do it. All right. So remember, these all can be tied together, or they can be separate, and I'll review them again. All right. What's this offer, or why the Page of Cups is here? No way. He apologized? That's crazy. Four of Cups. I feel like somebody is apologizing or will apologize because either they rejected an offer, they rejected whatever it is that you tried to give to them. I feel like they didn't even think about it because they were too much in their head. And whatever they did, I feel like it caused you a lot of anxiety. That's crazy. I love when stuff is confirmed. All right, so, let's see. What was this person rejecting? Let me see. What was this person rejecting? History, past, something that happened in the past, which is done, completion, lesson learned. Okay, so this person is going to apologize for something that they like rejected, that had to do with the past, where maybe you wanted to complete something. Okay, maybe you wanted closure in a certain situation and this person just didn't want to give it to you. And you're like, why? Why wouldn't you give me this closure? Or why wouldn't you just say what you need to say? I'm hearing say what you need to say. I'm hearing songs and stuff too. Just say it, you know, and I feel like this person didn't want to do it. So there's somebody, their energy is changing up on you. And this is good. And it has to do with somebody in the past you have a history with. Some of you, it could be a child or it could be just younger, okay? A younger person. I feel like they didn't want to take the lesson. Like they didn't want to learn the lesson. They weren't open to it. They weren't open to whatever it is that you were trying to tell them, or give, the information you were trying to give them. They weren't open to receiving it. So it feels like this person is going to apologize for the energy they were in, because they're going to, or energy from changing up on you on some type of way. Okay. So again, Spirit, why is this good? We got the Fool card. So the Fool card, this card talks about enlightenment. What it does is there's some opportunities for some of you guys. Others, it's just like things are going to go into a new direction. Okay, with the Fool card. Or why this is good is this person actually feels like a fool for how they treated you, how they broke your heart, how they caused you anxiety, and how they changed up on you in some type of way. Okay, some of them, it could have to do with somebody they were married to. Maybe you were married to them, because the woman holding the coin again gives me that earth energy vibes. So I feel like this person kind of felt like a fool for whatever they did. Yeah, see, trophy. I feel like some of them treated you like you were a trophy, like you were a prize to obtain, like, not something to treat as value. Okay, that's really what I'm getting, because it says win, victory, reputation, success, goals, recognition. So I feel like for some of you guys, if this doesn't have to do with a particular person and you were just anxious about your stability, maybe your relationship, health, heartbreak, sadness, things changing up on you from the past, there's something that you were deeply committed to, I feel like in the past too, but maybe even more so now. And you were just trying to get past all of the sadness and disappointment, trying to be low key with the anxiety, like trying not to let it rule you. And it looks like you're going to win in this situation. Whether this is a person or someone else, you're going to win. There's going to be a victory. You're going to be recognized here. Okay, because this talks about recognition, and it says deserve an award, okay, an achievement. So some of you guys, you're maybe getting an award from your job, okay? Maybe you're going to get a promo, a bonus, a payout, something physical like shopping card, depending on who you work for. Maybe it's a car, you get a car, that type of stuff. It could be anything like that. But what else was I going to say? Oh, but I just feel like whatever it is that you had like a great ambition to achieve, you're going to achieve something. Like it feels like the lesson was learned. You learned from some form of heartbreak and anxiety how to do something, and was deeply committed in trying to change something that caused you a lot of stress. And for some of you guys, it could have been all in all these different areas. It could have had to do with family. It could have had to do with your money. It could have had to do with health. It could have had to do with heartbreak. It could have had to do with children, dreams and stuff like that you were seeing. And the others is just some type of individual. It may just one thing. But again, this is good. So there's going to be some type of victory. I feel like you're going to claim something. You're going to get some type of award here, or recognition by somebody, maybe for your efforts or how you are handling things. And, maybe, sometimes that's good just to hear somebody like cheering you on, being on your side, and, knowing that you can do anything. Okay. Sometimes we forget what we're capable of, and until somebody helps remind us of, hey, you did this before, you did that before, you're good at what you do in this, and or you helped me through this, and you were like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because we just kind of get caught up in the daily routine, and we just kind of forget things. And sometimes people remind us of the things that we forgot. Okay, so I'm gonna get one more thing for the good stuff you guys can look forward to. Give me one more. What was on the bottom here? A journey. All right, so I feel like that's what's happening on the bottom. I feel like a lot of you guys are leaving the anxiety and the heartbreak, either in your own situation or with somebody you're tied to. Or maybe this is somebody else leaving the heartbreak and anxiety that they had when it comes to you. All right, so let's just go ahead and see. Yes. All right. What else good do you want to tell the collective? What else is good that they can look forward to? You know what? Let's start with a tarot this time. What area of life, of the good stuff, the collective can look forward to? If you guys are looking for a personal before I leave the live today, the comment is pinned on how you can get one while I'm on the live. Just please let me know. Sorry, I feel like my back is sore a little bit. Just doing some extra little dancing and I should have stretched before. Trying to wiggle the back around a little bit. Anyways, you got to start stretching. I remember there was a time in my life I didn't have to stretch at all, like dancing. But, you know, as you start to get older, you got to stretch or you're going to pay for it later. All right. So anyways, if you guys want a personal while I'm on here, it is pinned in the comments. If you do send it to me, please let me know in the comments so that I can get you before I get off here. But for any reason you happen to send it and I'm off live, just look in the comments below of how you can get that personal, either on the next live or on my TikTok. Okay. So when I do lives over there. All right. So what's the main energy coming towards the collective this week that will be good? And what area of life is this? If it's a person or a situation. If it's a person, show me a person. If it's a situation, show me that. Ooh, it's a situation. We got the wheel here. The wheel of fortune. Money. For a lot of you guys. A change. A change in maybe your financial situation. So if it was like not in the best path, it feels like that's changing for the better. Okay. Also, something could be fated, destined to happen with the Wheel of Fortune. But I do feel like for some of you guys, it's going to be some type of money that is coming. So the main energy for a lot of you guys, we got the Wheel of Fortune, which brings blessings and changes and destiny, a return of some type. So let me see what the Wheel of Fortune is as to why this is good. Yes, financial constraints. It's a change in some type of financial constraints. So if you've been feeling very restricted with your finances, this is what's changing. Okay. I'm trying to support my back. Oh my God. I must have really made it sore. I did sleep on the couch too. I like sleeping on the couch in the weekends in my little movie room. And I feel like I always pay for it too. Doing that. Plus I was dancing. So that definitely did not help. All right. So it has to do with this financial constraints. Number 13 can be significant. So it feels like a change in some type of financial constraint. So I'm hearing like lifts, like blocks being lifted. So if you've been feeling like your finances has been restricted, someone's had a hold on it, or people or things has just been kind of restricting you from being abundant, and you've been having a lot of anxiety over it, and you've been feeling it in your home dynamic. I feel like that is what the change is. Okay, so let's get another card to go along with this. All right, so journal, writing, diary, keeping notes. Okay, so it could be having to do with someone that you communicate with. Maybe you needed to, I don't know, let's just say maybe you needed to get something delayed and you felt like they weren't going to give you the time that you needed in a certain dynamic. It feels like this is going to work out. This person is going to give you the time that you need. Like it will be a victory in that situation if that's what you were needing. And then others, it has to do with something having to do with things that maybe you've been keeping notes in your journal about. So, like for example, it says writing, diary, keeping notes. So I feel like there's something that you've been if you've been keeping notes in it's something you've been writing about of how to maybe change your financial constraints, which means plans. All right. So you've been making some type of plans. Maybe you've been making notations, how you can turn a certain situation around. Like I will write in my little planner different things that I do and I test them out to see like, is this working? Um, if it is it me or is it just I think that it's working. And I notice that if I don't write it down and I don't see it, then I don't know if it's working or not because I'm just going by memory and my memory is not that great when it comes to thinking of short-term things. I pretty much remember all kinds of stuff like from the past, but when I do like little things like that, I don't know. I just cannot remember. And so it's good for me to, write about it in it and then it makes some type of change. Okay. So you might be writing in your notes how things have changed around or your plans have come successful and this works out for you and it changes your constraints on your finances. Okay. In some type of way. So again, why is this good for the collective? Why is this good for the collective? All right, we got the tree because see, you'll be feeling very grounded. You'll have a lot of vitality. It talks about health, personal growth. A lot of you guys, you're going to have a lot of personal growth. This talks about past life. So it might be some type of personal growth from maybe you had like this karmic energy hanging over you tied to a past life situation. And it feels like that is the lesson because we did get that too about done complete lesson learned. So if you've been feeling like you've been trapped in some type of lesson and you just can't get past whatever was happening, it feels like for a lot of you guys, that is cycling out this week. So it's going to be a lot of personal growth here. You're going to be feeling very connected to source. So you'll be feeling connected to God, the universe, or whatever religion or beliefs that you have. You're just going to be feeling very grounded on what it is that you need to do to change the anxiety of some type of heartbreak that you have, either having to, I feel like it has to do with your money for a lot of you guys, okay, your stability, your commitment, maybe just, having to change your profession. Maybe you don't want to leave your job, but you've been having to think, hey, am I going to have to leave this job? It's not paying enough, or, I want to go to the next level. They're not promoting me, whatever the situation is. And it feels like there's something that's helping you to get a little bit more grounded, where you're being a little bit more connected as to how you can address any of this type of stuff. Okay. That's what I'm getting here. So I will pull a few cards for those of you guys that connect to Twin Flame. I'm just going to get a few messages from your Twin Flame. This is my Twin Flame messages, and then I'm going to leave it there. Again, if you guys need anything, just look in the video description box below where it says more, and it'll show you everything there. It has all my sites, so if you're looking for like energy clearing items, which is definitely good for the new year coming in. So if you want to try to like get this energy that's been icky this year out, that's definitely a good time because it's the end of the year to get your energy items and clear out your house and all that stuff in space. Anyway, my shops with all those items and other items are in there as well. So all that stuff is listed below. All my social media accounts are listed below too. I'll be going on TikTok shortly after this for those of you guys just joining. And thank you guys all for liking here. So let's just get 3 messages from your Twin Flame, and then I'm just going to sign off. Thank you guys for being here. I'm keeping an eye on you. Your twin flame is watching you. So if you didn't know or you had an idea, they definitely are. You are very special to me. So they feel that you're just different. Okay. You're not like, you know, some random person, some random guy, random girl. They feel that there's something unique about them. They feel that you're very special, and they're just really keeping an eye on it, on you. I never thought we would be apart this long. All right, so this is somebody that you've been apart from for a very long time. And now they're keeping an eye on you. And maybe now they're just realizing that, maybe some of them didn't know that you were special. Okay, maybe they said it, but they didn't really understand the true meaning of when you feel somebody is special to you, how you treat them. Maybe because they just had other things going on in their life. They were deeply committed to somebody in the past. Maybe there was children involved for some of them. But it feels like this person is like, if you guys have been separated for a long time, they just didn't think you guys were going to be apart this long. And then they're realizing that you are very special to them. Okay. And they're watching you. That's just as simple as that. Yep. All right. So thank you guys all for being here. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you. So I'll be in touch soon, and I'll see some of you guys on my other social media accounts. Okay. So bye for now. Peace, love, and light.